going strong and made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started, and off we go in Santa Clara. From his own end zone, here we go. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Motioning the tight end now. From the gun is Purdy. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First give of the game to the LSU product. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Sending a receiver left. Pretty throwing here on first. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Lone back in the backfield, and the ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. Oh, and they get it back. The play's still live. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Oh, he put everything he had into that. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Williams starting with a pass here. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Williams to throw on first. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Bears finish off their opening drive. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Bass now to kick this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Complete to Pearsall. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Purdy throwing here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Purdy on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And there was really nowhere to go there. Just a small push to the 37. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Purdy to throw. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Williams from the gun. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. That's complete inside the 35. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
1st down throw by Williams. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown when the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears take a 4-point lead. Bass now to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Set. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And it sets up second down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Lone back gets the handoff. No one around. He's got space. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a 49er first down.
Come on. Set. Check out.
Another carry for him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. That finds Ayuk complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Ready. Go.
Now it's Purdy. Hits his running back. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He's contained at the line for no gain. Now it's Montez Sweat who took him down. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10 now. That one's complete, right side. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. Play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the red zone now. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The 49ers take a second quarter lead. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers push their lead to 3. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Back to 11. Back to 11.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has him running the comeback. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here we go. Set.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And the 49ers will go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Go.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
70 range. 70 range.
2nd and 6 now. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a 49er 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Pretty throwing here on 1st. Complete out to the right. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 37. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Ready.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun is Purdy. Cut near the goal line. He has the San Francisco touchdown. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers make it a 10-point ball game. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Returning it from the 4. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First down, Williams. Komet pulls it in along the sideline. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. It's a pickup of 26. And that's a Chicago first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Williams to throw on first. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing again on second, Williams. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Bears make it a 1-score game before halftime. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bears cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh's set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Purdy on first down. Finding Pearsall. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Bears 21.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Starting from the 5. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
On first down, they'll run. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Up down by Fred Warner. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third down, here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First down throw by Williams. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Wow, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the 49ers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, that is not how you make the most of an opportunity when your defense gives you the football back. But the good news is, Brock, at least they get another shot at it.
Yeah, when you're running on the field, you feel the joy of that defense, right? They just got you a possession. They're giving you an opportunity. And thankfully, they saved the day by at least jumping on the ball.
He'll take the option to the right on 2nd down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here.
Ready? 19 Lions. Ready, go.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he gets him a small chunk of yards there before he winds up out of bounds. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it's going to be Bears football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10-plus, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Now Williams. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Ooh, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Williams from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
The give now out of the shotgun. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, Williams. Connects on the crosser. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Dump off caught by his back. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Diamador Lenore there on the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 28. Has it at the 7. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Bears take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears take a 4-point lead. Bass now to kick this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Just one. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Come on, set. Ready.
Play action now with Purdy. Complete to Pearsall. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 41. Right up the gut. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Bears take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, nickel has really become the base defense for so many teams in the league because the passing game has become so prevalent today. It really makes it so much more difficult to find an open throwing lane. It gives defenses a lot more speed on the back end to step in front of passes just like that.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
60 Bobcat. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. He put everything he had into this one. Big gain downfield. And in for the Chicago touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears drive their lead to 11. Bass now to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
Okay, ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Panther 11. Panther go. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Trying again following the sack. Hits his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They bring their tight end left. 3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
3rd and long, and that coordinator decides to dial up the pressure, and they get to the quarterback. You know why I love this call, Kate? It's not just because of the aggressive makeup, but you really dictate to that offense. 3rd and extra long is a great time to blitz, because either you get home like that, or the ball's got to come out way short of the sticks. Job well done defensively.
And that one won't flip the field at all. It's down just beyond the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Let's go now.
Handoff to the back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Strong running inside the 30. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
They send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake, Williams. Touchdown, Chicago! Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears push their lead to 18.
49ers 24.
Bass now to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
70 Rangers, 70. Here we go, set.
Throwing now off play action. He's going deep. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Man in motion here.
Curve 19, curve 19. Set, go.
2nd and 10 now. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at midfield. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll throw it again. Throwing the out route complete. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Bears take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Go.
Here's the handoff. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Set.
They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how... can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Track at 60.
First throw for the backup now. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Go.
And he's going to take a knee. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
There's the handoff. Ooh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Set.
He's going to throw this one. Trying to push it deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. This one is up and good. And the 49ers make it an 11-point ball game.
49ers 31.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And it looks like the Bears are able to recover that kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now give left side. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing off the play fake here. Komet brings it in. And they bring him down around the 34. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Tyler Bass on now for the field goal try. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now. Ready?
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Pearsall there to grab it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Here's 2nd and 2. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. Separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now on 2nd and 10. Finding Pearsall. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. One final shot here. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left, so positive notes at the very end in this loss. The 49ers now within one score in the fourth. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. A fourth for him in this game, and one more ties the record.
The 49ers will line up for
setting up to pass. And he won't reel it in, but wouldn't get them the win anyway. Instead of a one-point loss, it's going to stay at 3. So the Bears take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.